The world's largest developer of offshore wind, these massive turbines that are generating so much energy. This is the world's largest developer. They are culling 800 jobs. They're scaling back production. They're scaling back their development targets. They were aiming for 50 gigawatts by the end of the decade. They've now scaled that back to a modest 35. They've even paused shareholder payouts because they're trying to help their bottom line and balance the books. These guys aren't going so well. And yet again, what do we do about this? Are we taking notes? Has anyone mentioned it or factored it into Australia's plans? No, of course, we're forging right ahead as if nothing happened. And this gets slightly more hilarious, right? Because this announcement by the world's largest developer of these massive offshore wind generating so much energy, it's called Orsted. This announcement comes off the back of the UK having what they call an auction, saying, who wants to supply renewable energy? It received no bids, not one bid. Industry literally said, the price you're willing to pay us to supply you with renewable energy is so low, no one's remotely interested. I thought this was supposed to be the cheapest form of energy. Nobody else is seeming to understand this. Only the politicians. Everyone else in the business seems to be like, no.
Well, Liz, it is the cheapest form of energy if you get enough government subsidies. It's amazing how cheap it becomes. But these guys are laying off 800 workers. They've pulled out of Spain. Yep. They've pulled out of Portugal, out of Norway, and their share price has dropped by 30%.
In the last 6 months.
Yeah, because they've revised their targets. They wanted to create, I think it was 50 gigawatts
by the end of the decade.
And now they've revised it back to 36 gigawatts. They've got
35.
30. So, there you go. Well, we got to get that right. I'm glad I got these.
We're about facts here on the Laser Bank.
I know. And look, I had it coming because I pull her up all the time on various things. By the way, if you've ever heard Liz say happen,
you're not going here. You are not.
Wow. You go to say having anyway.
Wow,
you'll notice it. You'll notice it now. You'll notice it now. Anyway,
unbelievable.
So I had it coming. I deserved it. But Danish company, if they are saying as one of the biggest producers in the world with the majority of renewable energy production in the UK that they have, that it is not worth their time trying to build that up, then the industry is in big trouble. Because as you say, the only thing that has made renewable energy viable and has made coal, particularly in this country, unviable is the flow of government money.
Yes.
Because the government money has flowed all the way into the renewable energy sector. And if you're a big power company, which in Australia obviously is an AGL or an Origin or a Linter or someone, you're going to go where the money is. So they've invested in renewables because for them it makes sense. That's where they can make the most money. They've let all the coal-fired power stations go to rack and ruin because they're much better off investing their money elsewhere, but it's only because of market intervention. And what this proves is that when you don't have so much market intervention and you try to let the thing stand on its own, it doesn't work.
Exactly.